Hellboy is the fastest car.
Eight flat.
So I just got back from Hobbytown for their league racing, and my friend Evan and I are now part of the Venom Tuners group, and yeah, we'll be competing in the league races from time to time at Hobbytown. It's a once a month kind of race. It happens the first Sunday of every month at Hobbytown. Pretty cool. So there is this track. You can take a look at this right here. It is a time track, and it's a track that the folks over at Force Labo in Japan had created to basically do like a time attack. And yeah, people from all over the world have duplicated this track, and they're running their times on it, and they're trying to see if they could have the fastest car. And yeah, it's a nice little test of your car. Basically, you have to stay on the track. You also have to run super fast without crashing underneath the overpass. And a lot of people are going to go really fast. That's true. A lot of people have really fast cars. But can you stay on the track and under the overpass without hitting that overpass and causing one of your front rollers or your mass damper posts to bend in a weird direction? So yeah, this car was low to the ground and it stayed on the track and it flew when it needed to. And that's pretty darn cool. So initially, I noted that the fastest time for that track was 7.81, and that was by Ron of Portal Tuners. Pretty cool. And so I just placed this on the track with like not even charging my batteries. It was like 1.3 volt batteries in each. And yeah, it had, what was it? It was it torque tuned or was it atomic tuned? It was one of those motors, and I think it was torque tuned actually. And yeah, I got 8.00. That was pretty cool. And I said to myself, I want to try to up the battery voltage and see how fast this can go. And it was like hovering around 8 point something, right? So 8.0, 8.05, 8.2, and I was like, that's not good enough. We've got to figure out how to make this faster. So I upped the battery voltage even more to 1.5 volts, 1.55 volts, and we got a faster time. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We got it down to the mid sevens, very cool. And then I decided, hey, let's switch over to a different motor. Let's switch over, because a lot of people were racing around that little track with their open class cars. And this is basically a tune class car with the torque tune motor in it. And so I said, let's switch it over to a Hyperdash. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see if it'll beat it. And yeah, lo and behold, I got the fastest time on the track for this month at least. Yeah, 7.28. Very, very cool. Yeah. And I tried using faster motors. I put a sprint dash in there, and the thing kept on hitting underneath the overpass, and so that wasn't going to fly. In fact, there were some trials in which I was able to successfully negotiate the overpass, and it wasn't giving me the time that I really wanted. So yeah, with Hyperdash, it was that wonderful combination of speed and torque that enabled me to score really well on this. And I hear that this score in the low sevens, 7.28, is pretty darn cool. And yeah, it's amongst the quality times that some of those Japan racers get. Pretty darn cool, yeah. So yeah, very cool car, very, very, very cool, yeah. So I tried other cars too, and I was able to get close, but not quite, to that 7.28. I was able to get into the high sevens with a couple of other cars in this series here. Now, remember guys, I practice a lot of my playtesting on a 3-lane track, just like that Force Labo test track. And with events such as the Liberty Cup, I've got a lot of experience with those kinds of 3-lane tracks, with the crazy tabletop kind of things. Now for the other league racing events, Tune Class and BMAX, I got close but no cigar. So yeah, I got into the finals for various lanes, but then I would never make it. Sometimes speed is not the answer, right? You can't teach speed, but you can teach your car how to be stable, solid, rock solid, and stay on the track. So that's actually much more important in actual races than speed. So I think the reason why I did well on this time trial thing is because I've had a lot of experience in the very beginning with Hobbytown's drag races. Yeah, if you recall, that's how I got started in all of this mini four-wheel drive racing. Like, I tried the open class race because I came late that one fateful Sunday. I came late and I missed the box stock and tune class, and the only races I was able to do were open class and the drag races. And that was pretty darn cool because with the drag races, I was like successive monthly champion in speed. And so I know a lot about making cars faster. You know this to be true. Anybody who's seen my Venom tuning videos, yeah, you know that I can break in my motors and make them super mega fast. Yeah, a lot of racers from all over the world have been learning my techniques to make their motors faster. Pretty cool. And you know what? Taking all of that knowledge, you could potentially do well on the Force Labo track as well. Yeah, pretty darn cool. So yeah, no prizes this month for the speed time trial, but yeah, I think at the very end there might be some sort of kudos for it. Yeah, so pretty darn cool. So in tune class, I tried racing this one, my old tried and true Eagle. It was pretty good, stable, rock solid, and my newest car here, Hellfire. And I must say, Hellfire with its new katana pivot was pretty cool, pretty stable, but it wasn't fast enough, right? Because this was really meant for digital curves, and we didn't have any digital curves today. So because there's like no negotiation necessary of digital curves, this was actually a hindrance, right? With this kind of like shock absorption with these rubber bands. So it was actually slowing down my car. So yeah, team class, wasn't able to do very well in it. I was able to get to the finals for a couple of the lanes, but no cigar in the very end, unfortunately. For BMAX, I had this car here, Iron Man. It was pretty fast, except things would start like getting kind of wonky on that double hill, and coming off the double hill, I'd end up flipping over and over. And yeah, and so I was trying to fix my brake settings along the way, and it wasn't working. I was able to get to the finals for lane 3, and that's it. The other 2 lanes, I was just like tumbling. But yeah, I finally figured out the proper brake setting for finals lane 3. And then of course, I tumble end over end again and course out. So yeah, that was my closest that I got to getting into the finals for BMAX. And that was pretty cool. At least I was able to get into one of the finals for the lane. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, lots of fun to be had at Hobbytown. The league racing is a pretty cool thing. If you haven't signed up yet, please do so. Yes, first Sunday of every month, and it's $5 per car to race, and you'll have a great old time trying to beat my time attack score. Yeah, pretty cool. So, everybody, if you like this video, please slam the like button, subscribe to my channel. You'll see more videos just like this one. Until next time, everybody, see you. Bye.